Oh man, so another red candle for Cosmos Atom. What is going on? What is going to happen next? I'm going to share with you a critical piece of information I've seen in the charts, which means we're going to come across a critical moment over the next day or two, and we have to be aware of this. So if you're invested in Cosmos Atom, or if you're looking to get invested, make sure you watch this video to the very end. Right now, we've still got Bitcoin bleeding. We're sitting at 40,800 mark, and we're struggling to find a floor here. We thought we found a momentarily floor. Let's head over to the floor. I need to show you this, guys. Move me out the way. You can see here we tried to create this floor, right? It looked like, oh yes, we came off the floor and we rose all the way back up to 42,700. This is great, and we saw the altcoins moving, and then we just got shunned right back down, heading back down to our floor of about 40,500. And really, we are just hovering precariously from this 40,000 key psychological level, guys. And if we lose that level, I have to say there will be a lot of fear and greed back in the market, right? We're going to see a lot of fear back in the market, and we could see a real big bleed on some of our favorite altcoins. But I'm positioning myself for this to be an opportunity, again, not financial advice, to be buying the dip, right? I'm positioning myself, I'm sitting back and I'm looking at my high conviction plays and I'm saying, okay, which one's in balance? Which one do I need more in? Which one when things were looking good and Bitcoin was at 69,000 and everybody was FOMOing in behind the green candles? Which ones did I wish I had a little bit more in? So I'm waiting for those. I'm making a note of those. I know at which price points I'm laddering more in. And I suggest you guys, not financial advice, do the same. So we're sitting here, critical level here on Bitcoin. If we zoom out, you can see the massive wedge being formed here, this big violet triangular wedge being formed. Could this simply be, and I've spoke about this many times, we were in the wedge, we broke out from the wedge. Could this just be a big retest of the wedge for a bigger move to the upside? That's my macro view. I'm fully expect to bounce to the upside at some point, but how long do we need to retrace? Are we going to retrace up to the violet line between 40,000 and 39-ish? Or are we going to go further lower? Are we going to go to 38.5? Are we going to go below 30? Are we going to go to 35 levels? That's the question here. We know this is a key support level for Bitcoin relating to this area here trading in September 21, okay? Thereafter, you've got your lower low areas from summer, which we really don't want to see, but we know we managed to hold up that floor here. The key thing for Bitcoin now is let's create a higher high, right? If we can create higher highs, and you've got this one here, and we can rotate higher here, that's still bullish sign here for Bitcoin, but that needs to happen very soon because as you can see, there is not much room left between here and here. Really needs to happen soon. Now, what does this mean for Cosmos Atom? Because Cosmos is having another red data, and like I said, we saw the decoupling. We saw just a couple of days ago, right? A Phantom and Cosmos was one of the other ones where some solid layer one solutions were managing to move despite Bitcoin having, really flat to sideways or even down days when it was down 1.82%. We saw Cosmos Atom move in double digits to the upside. Now, what have we seen? Well, we've seen here on the daily that we can see exactly what we had predicted has happened. You can even see my drawings are there exactly that we said, look, we're going to get this retracement back down from the highs. And you can see here, we touched up to $44 and we've just had a bounce all the way down, a retracement down here to 33. If we take our measuring tool, you can see very roughly, very crudely, we've had a 25% retracement here just over the last week or so, okay? So very important here, you've had a good opportunity to kind of have a dip buy here at the test of the EMA ribbon. But now the key thing is, will we get a bounce off this EMA ribbon? Will we manage to bounce off this EMA ribbon, or will we continue to penetrate it further to the downside? Now, the key levels I'm looking for on a bounce here is, one, the best case scenario is, can we bounce from the top of the ribbon? That is a 33. We're currently at 34.6 right now. Can we bounce at about 33.4? That would be the ideal situation. Nice, come down, as we have done, get a bounce and head off to the upside. Now, my next move is, okay, if we can't manage that, can we bounce at the neckline? Remember, we were using this neckline for a while for various of our patterns, sitting at right about 32.3, that white line there. Can we bounce at that level? Okay, again, that will give you a little bit more room to retrace, test off that line and bounce to the upside. If we aren't able to manage to hold that level, the next key level I've got an eye on is our Fibonacci level. And our Fibonacci level, if I just zoom up there, is this one here. Okay, so you can see this line here. Let's zoom out. And you can see that the 0.65 Fibonacci line comes into play at $31.72, okay? So 31.72, that's the area we want to keep an eye on. That would be our golden pocket, and that's where we would really want to make sure we bounce from within that range of 30 to 31. So again, for a lot of you out there who are like, I didn't have enough atom, I was chasing the green, I had green candle disease, and I really wanted to FOMO in when it was up 12%, 13%. Where's that conviction now, guys? You've had a 30% retracement. This is where money is made, right? On retracements, on dips, this is where you want to be picking up. I mean, ideally in these situations as well, did you have conviction when nobody was talking about atom to be picking up here? Similarly here, this is a good retracement, you know? So find out what is the amount you wanted to invest, something you're willing to lose, and a carefully crafted portion of your portfolio that you want to put to work in Cosmos Atom, and then decide, okay, I'm going to put in this percent now on this dip. If it retraces to the next Fibonacci level, great, I'm going to go some more, because the next line we're seeing after our Fibonacci level is, do we have to go back down to 28 for a retest, right? That's what we're looking at here, ideally, because once we decide on a level where to bounce, the key then for Atom is to decide on where to bounce and then rotate back to the upside to retest these levels at 44. And remember, my longer term price targets from my Fibonacci extensions here on Atom is still 73.15. So definitely a long way to go here on Cosmos Atom. We know the interoperability landscape from a fundamental perspective is hot. We can see that when Bitcoin did have its brief rally to the upside, which plays were moving? It was the high conviction plays. It was plays such as Cosmos, like Luna, like Phantom. These were the plays that were moving. And we know the interoperability space continues to be a hotly contested space, because if we agree that Ethereum is not the be-all and end-all, then we know that other layer 1 solutions will have to exist. And for other layer 1 solutions to exist, there must be interoperability for them to speak to each other, cross-chain and on a bridge, right? And that is where plays like even Polkadot and Cosmos Atom continue to show their strength. And that's why we need to position ourselves in the moment when the markets are panicking. We need to be able to position ourselves in plays which we know will bounce solidly, with the ones we have conviction in, the ones we know can head to the upside, okay? Very important that we do that, guys. And just to show you one more thing, let's bring out we're here on the daily. You've seen the EMA ribbon on the daily. Let's take a look at the 4-hourly as well, just so we've covered off this time frame as well. Let's get a bit of zoom in, and you can see here on the 4-hourly, we can see here that we have at this point flip bearish on our EMA ribbon. Okay, so we did that on the 8th of January, and you can see now that the EMA ribbon is trying to act like resistance. It's not letting us get back up, and therefore that's suggesting we could see more downside risk. The sooner we manage to flip back above our EMA ribbon, the better. But like I said, when we were looking at the daily, I can still see some more room for retracement because we've got the room there. You can see we can even head down to the neckline like I suggested. You can even head down all the way into the golden pocket in this kind of a range here between 30 and 32. That's perfectly fine. Where you start to get worried is if you close a daily candle below your EMA ribbon, and at that point you're looking at about $30 here. Now I just want to show you, just for confluence perspective, what are we seeing here on the weekly for Cosmos Atom, because it's sometimes very difficult when we're looking at daily charts. Oh look, Cosmos is down again, I feel so bad, da 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 da. Zoom out, look at the weekly chart and see how far you've come here, and you can see just how well Cosmos is doing. I mean, you can see from the initial run up, it moved to, this was an uptrend, came back down, tested its EMA ribbon for a bit, massive move to the upside, came back down, moved to the upside. Are we going to get another retracement, or are we still part of a move to the upside? Because right now all we've had is just 2 weeks here of flat, right? It's not really super red. That's a super red week, right? These are red weeks. That one there, that one there. These are red weeks here, when it had multiple red weeks here. Are these just two sideways candles waiting on confirmation before heading to the upside? And naturally, if Bitcoin continues to move, if Bitcoin can find its floor and start moving to the upside, you can expect all of these great projects to really start breaking through and creating new highs. The other thing I would implore you to look at is look at the market cap of projects like Cosmos and compare it to some of these other layer 1 projects, right? Compare it to other interoperability plays. Just compare Cosmos market cap to Polkadot, which is kind of trying to work on a similar type of project. Compare it to Cardano, which also has earmarked, interoperability as a key feature, and then you'll start to get an understanding of how over or undervalued such projects are. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash up the like button, subscribe. If you want more updates on Cosmos Atom, it's really important, guys, because we cover Phantom a lot on this channel and some other coins. If you want to specifically see Cosmos Atom updates, you've got to smash up the like button and subscribe, so I know that this is the type of content you want. Really important that you do that, so I know to bring you updates on Cosmos Atom. If you want to support this channel a little bit more, guys, consider hitting the join button button, if you hit the join button, that will allow you to become a member of this channel. You get a sticker next to your name in the comments, but also you'll get a whole bunch of altcoin emojis which I've set up, which you can spam in the comments. But more importantly, guys, you'll get access to our community thread for members only, where you can ask me questions on your favorite coins, your projects, your thesis, or anything else that you want me to look out for you guys. As always, guys, thanks for watching to the very end. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.